Ever feel like hitting submit application online sends your resume into some kind of black hole?
Right.
Like, does anyone even see it on the other side?
It's a common fear, and honestly, not totally unfounded these days.
Because of all this AI stuff you hear about. Robots reading resumes instead of people.
Exactly. Applicant tracking systems, ATS, it's become the norm.
ATS, yeah. Sounds kind of ominous when you put it like that.
Little bit, yeah. Even small companies are using them to manage the flood of applications.
So it's true what they say. Your resume goes through an algorithm before any human.
Think of it like a robotic screener, looking for keywords, trying to match skills to what the job posting wants, trying to be efficient, basically.
Efficient for them, maybe. I spent ages on my resume and some algorithms deciding my fate.
Well, it's less about the robot, more understanding how it thinks. It's using natural language processing, trying to get human language.
Okay, so less robot overlords, more. Confused friend trying to read my resume.
Laughs, in a way. And that's where a platform like RoleCatcher comes in, trying to make this whole thing less opaque for us humans.
Right, you've got my attention. What are they doing differently in this whole AI resume showdown?
Three-pronged approach really tackles it from all sides. One, they pull job listings from everywhere. Company sites, boards, all that.
So, no more endless scrolling myself. I like that part already. But lots of sites just repost those. What makes them special?
They don't just post them, they analyze them. Like deep machine learning to break down what skills each role actually needs.
Hold on. So instead of guessing what keywords to use, they're telling me straight up what employers want.
That's the idea, taking the mystery out of it.
Okay, that's actually kind of cool. I'm not going to lie. Okay, so less mystery on what the job wants. But what about actually applying? That's always the hurdle staring at my resume like,
Yeah.
is this good enough? Does RoleCatcher help there too?
Big time. They've got this AI resume builder thing. It's wild. You upload what you've got, tell it the kind of job you're after, and it gets to work.
Hold on, is this like those things that just shove in fancy words? I've seen those, not always an improvement.
Nah, this is different. It actually looks at your resume and the job requirements, side by side. Not about fluff. It's finding the skills you have, maybe didn't even realize were important, and making them shine.
So it's like matching you up, but for your resume and the job, instead of just you as a person.
Yeah. No more guessing game.
All right, that's kind of slick.
Yeah.
But resume is just step one, right? It's the interview that really makes or breaks you. They get anything for that anxiety fest.
Get this, they have a huge database of interview questions, broken down by industry, experience, the whole shebang. But here's the kicker.
Hit me.
It's not just a list. You can record yourself answering these questions, and the AI gives you feedback on how you're doing, like your delivery and all.
Whoa, so it's like a mock interview, but the AI coach never gets bored of me rambling. That's genius, actually.
Right, and it helps you spot those little things. But here's a thought. This all sounds very, like, tech world, corporate ladder kind of stuff, right?
A little bit.
Well, what about someone with a totally different background? Like, imagine you're transitioning out of the military.
Oh, yeah, totally different world.
Skills, experience, how you talk about it, all different. But that's what I found so cool about RoleCatcher. They've got crazy in-depth stuff for careers you wouldn't expect. Like, their guide for Army Corporals blew me away.
Army Corporal. No, that's out of left field. I never would have thought of that. What's in it?
Not just some basic overview either. They break down the whole career path, like from starting out all the way up the ranks, even have example profiles, resumes for each stage, showing what a corporal actually does at each level.
Hold on, I'm pulling it up now. Oh, okay, yeah, this is detailed. Feels like they interviewed like 100 corporals to get this specific.
Yeah.
But how is that useful for civilian jobs?
That's the thing. Think about the skills. Leadership, handling pressure, logistics, teamwork, adapting to anything. All stuff any employer wants. But on a normal resume, it gets lost in translation.
So RoleCatcher's like the translator, right? Takes those military skills and makes them make sense for the rest of us.
Exactly. And it's not just the skills, it's the whole package. The experience, the leadership that a corporal brings helps them sell it, basically.
This has been wild, honestly. Started out thinking AI and resumes, that's so impersonal. But now, it's like, maybe this levels the playing field. Makes it less scary no matter what your background is. But it does make you wonder, big picture, you know? Where's all this going? We going to be applying to robots forever now.
The million-dollar question, right? Like any tool AI can be good or bad. We got to use it right, not let it call all the shots.
You said RoleCatcher's about being smarter, not just faster, with job hunting. What's that even look like as AI gets more intense?
Imagine, instead of those endless job boards, you get personalized recommendations, like what actually fits you, your skills, your goals, matchmaking, but for your whole career.
Kind of like choose your own adventure, but for work? That's
Right.
kind of cool.
Sure.
But what about the human side of it all? Does that just vanish?
That's why it's so important to remember. AI should help us, not replace us. RoleCatcher can do the heavy lifting, the analysis, finding skills gaps, even writing the resume. But you, the human, you bring what makes you you. Your story, your passions, that's got to come through.
So it's a balancing act, I guess. Use the AI to navigate this crazy job market, but don't lose yourself in the process.
Nailed it. And the more we talk about it, the better we can shape this whole thing. Make it work for everyone.
Truer words. If there's one takeaway, it's that, yeah, the job world's changing fast. But with a little AI help and knowing yourself, we got this. Something to think about next time you're polishing up that resume, getting ready for that interview.